Just checked into the Virgin Hotel here in Las Vegas. Big question as always, am I hustling them or are they hustling me on this room rate? I did get upgraded to a suite, so let's check it out together, see who's getting hustled. Virgin Las Vegas has 3 towers. They have Canyon, Opal, and Ruby. I got upgraded to Ruby Tower, which is quote-unquote the high rollers tower, and it has its own check-in and its own lobby as well. Seems like not many casino hotels in Vegas have a seating area, so this was really nice if you just wanted to have a rest, if you were waiting for some friends. All right, well, I think based on my diamond status, I got upgraded to a suite here, so let's check it out. Got a little foyer entrance room here, and the light just went out on that. Let's see if we can get that light back on. Right, take 2. So this is a little foyer entranceway. I will shoot it from both angles so you can see it. They got a great full-length mirror if you are getting ready to go out on the town in Vegas. Wow, so they got a lot going on in this little entry room. They got plenty of storage. You can put something up there. Got a luggage rack here, sort of a built-in. Just a little drawer, not too much going on in there. Got an iron and an ironing board. They got a second dresser, or wardrobe, I guess as you call it. So this one, same things. Got some hangers in there. Got a safe if you need it, and some storage for your shoes. Let's explore this little makeup area. So it looks like they left me a couple bottles of water, which is nice. It is a non-smoking room, which I always appreciate. And let's see what is hiding behind the door here. Oh, little makeup area. Very nice. Let's see if we can get that working. Oh, that is great. What a great touch for people wanting to get ready for a night out, with a little chair here as well. Well done, Virgin. Great little entryway and area to get ready. Little drawer, and they got some good power options down here. Standard outlets. Looks like they have USB and USB-C. Really nice. Let's go into the suite and see what this is like. So they didn't tell me the name of the suite. They just told me it was an upgrade. So it looks like I am walking into a living room area, which is nice. And if you know me by now, you know I love having a seating area other than just the bed. And this is quite a large seating area. They got a TV, so they got one facing this sort of seating area and the other TV facing the bed. Just the thermostat comfortably set at 72 at the moment, and they have these lighting controls in every room. So some of them you can control the whole place, and some are just certain portions of the room. You want to do a little work. Looks like they have a great little workstation here as well. So this is sort of the second angle of the seating area. Yes, 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 yes. Have you been to Tony Robbins? Just say yes. That's back to the entryway and where we came in. So this is the door to the entry room. So if you want to shut this off for the ultimate in privacy, oops, you can do that. Don't tell them I did that. What's really interesting about this door is it has a little peephole to look out. See who's in your waiting room. Not that they would have got in if you hadn't let them in. Or the bedroom side of the suite. So it is a king bed. And what's interesting is this is just sort of a decorative feature, I guess. Not really sure what it does other than sort of tie into the headboard, but pretty cool looking. So to the side of the bed, I got an alarm clock, your remote control, which hopefully I can figure out at some point. Some power outlets down there, standard and USB, as well as it looks like lighting control for pretty much everything in the room. A charging station next to the bed too, very nice touch. Some little reading lights up here which pop on when you open them up. Some cool sort of southwestern motif artwork here. Different kinds of artwork on the walls. Very nice. Bedding seems nice and soft. Seems like a good thread count. Another reading light on this side of the bed, which just turns on when you open it up. Very nice. And then you got the same controls over here for lighting and the power outlets as well. They got another seating area here as well, sort of a Shea Lounge day bed. And I think out my window I might have a interesting view coming up. We'll see. Power outlets well placed. Looks like the TV has everything you could pretty much request. Connect your device, in-room dining, order for pickup, spa, and other requests. So it looks like everything is pretty included on there as well. So here's the mini bar. Electric sensor is built upon removal, so don't touch anything here, right? Let's explore the mini bar as well. All right, so no fridge here. And why am I guessing that they got an electric sensor on this? And we probably do not want to touch that unless you want to purchase something. I love an ice bucket. I don't know why, I just do. So sort of an old school ice bucket with some tongs, a couple water glasses. Got some artwork here in the room. A little funky, but sort of in that virgin style. Let's explore this bathroom. Very generous bathroom. You know, I love a double vanity in here. Let's see what kind of amenities they have. They got something called Red Flower. They got some hand soap. They got some body lotion. Let's check out these towels. Oh, very nice. Very nice towels. Very soft. Let's see what kind of hair dryer they have. I got a Sunbeam. I love a good soak, so very nice to have a tub. Very large tub in here. Surprised almost there's no TV in the wall. They certainly got the space for it. Some more amenities here. We got the body lotion, body wash, and some soap. And a bath towel, rainfall water head, handheld as well. More amenities. And you got some really good space in here. I will test the water pressure on those and let you know how it is. Other thing I always think is great is just when the toilet is offset from the rest of the bathroom. That is a very large mirror. Let's take a look at this view. I have not even pulled this back yet myself, so I'm going to see it with you for the first time. Oh, wow. Not sure how much of that is coming out, but that is a view of the Sphere. How cool is that? And then we are off strip, so in the distance I see the Palazzo, the Venetian, and the Vegas, what is that called, the Wheel. This carpeting looks like it could have seen a better day, but altogether, not too bad. That could use a little refresh. Let's go take a tour of the hotel and see what else is in the neighborhood. Come on, let's go. I don't know if it's the night I was there or if it was the time of year I was there, but this casino was empty. This area is called the Event Lawn, and in spring, summertime, they host something called Live on the Lawn, where everybody can relax and catch sort of an outdoor concert. If you want to be a high roller for one of these Live on the Lawn events, you can rent a cabana as well. Huge gym. Nobody was there, as you can see, with state-of-the-art technology, so I did not catch a workout, but they had pretty much everything you need. Remember my Hotel Hustler hack? They always have water in the gym. They got a little juice and smoothie bar right outside the gym. Prices were pretty much in line for what you would expect for a Vegas hotel. This is the entrance to the spa, which is called the Spa. Reviews online said it was really good services, great staff, but prices were a little on the steeper side. Here's a quick sampling of the restaurant they have on site. They have Chinese, they have burgers. Then I decided to go for a quick walk around the neighborhood to see what else they had. Right outside the door, you got some fast food, you got convenience stores, you have the world famous Hofbräu House if you want some Bavarian beer and food, some family restaurants, CVS if you forgot anything. Not sure what they got going on here, but they got nighttime construction here at Virgin Las Vegas. If you want some high-end sushi, they got a Nobu as well. This is a dog-friendly hotel. I can hear dogs up and down the hallway. It's very cool. All right, been a long day. Time to put the feet up and watch some football. This is really nice. You get that view of the Sphere. And I realize that is being blocked by the Wind Tower, or the Encore Tower. Thanks a lot, Steve Wynn. Morning Vegas. So just so you know, times are hard in Vegas. There's no coffee machine in the room. They want to drive you downstairs to get something. So we're going to go check out breakfast. Being a Hilton Diamond member, they did give me a $15 credit. So I was like, maybe I can go to a juice and smoothie bar, and coffee and a croissant will probably be $15, or I can try out the buffet, which is $21.95. So I might do that. So let's go experience the buffet, see what you think. Food selection was pretty much just average, pretty much everything you'd expect. Some croissants, toast, waffles, bacon, eggs, nothing really special. The only thing that stood out was the made-to-order omelet, which was really good and which I really appreciated that they offered. I was a little surprised they didn't have like a cappuccino or a latte or an espresso machine. So I spent almost $27 for the breakfast buffet. We'll see if I can hustle in the buffet or not. But I did have 15 of it for free, so. On a positive note, the bacon was crispy. Usually I'm not a fan of omelets because they're just like, but this one is absolutely amazing. Perfectly seasoned, nice vegetables, well cooked, perfect. And if you get a hankering for pizza, they will meet your needs 24 hours a day. I don't know if it's called Pizza Forte or Pizza Forte, but it is literally open 24/7. Cherry Rewards is the name of the reward system at the Virgin Hotel. After breakfast, decided to take a walk and explore the rest of the hotel. They have a sit-down Mexican restaurant called Lucia. Prices did not look unreasonable there. They got a Dunkin' Donuts, and Dunkin' Donuts makes a really good coffee as well. Before you go, some Vegas shenanigans. Make sure you can get some booze to bring up to the room. $10.99 for a can of White Claw. Ouch. $10 for a can of Budweiser. Where did the good days go? They got a place called the Funny Library, which is another coffee shop. This is the check-in for the Opal Tower. Here's Vegas in the morning. Little cool, but very nice out. This is where I was last night, sort of this outdoor concert hall. Guess if I wanted to go swimming, I'd have to wait till 11 a.m. Another one of their pool areas, not sure which this one is called, but more cabana than beach. Please don't tell them they took the coffee mug out of the breakfast buffet. Just on a side note, they didn't have any to-go cups at the buffet, so I asked the guy about it. He's like, nah. He goes, just trying to walk out the front door with a cup. That's what I did. Don't tell Richard Branson. Let's test out this water pressure. Got it coming out of the handheld pretty well. And it is a very nice stream. Good pressure. Have showered in there, like a lot. The only thing I cannot figure out how to do is to get it to come out of the overhead rainfall, but great pressure. Let's see how this bathtub pressure is. Very nice. Time for the wrap-up of the Virgin Curio in Las Vegas. Let's start with the location. You are a mile off Strip. So, meaning if you want to go to the Strip where seemingly all the action is, you either got to take an Uber or drive your own car, and you'd have to find parking. So Uber would probably be the better option. And in terms of things right around this hotel, I did take a little walking tour last night, and there's a CVS across the street, there's a Hofbrauhaus, there's a Bojangles, there's another restaurant, but the neighborhood is a little, we'll just say a little sketchy, so beware if you do go for a walk right around this neighborhood. Therefore, I'm going to give the location an 8. Let's talk design and ambiance. So this used to be the former Hard Rock Hotel, bought out by Virgin and remodeled, I guess it was about 5-6 years ago, and obviously Virgin put their own stamp on it, which is a lot of Virgin red, and is that sort of cool, chic, retro look, which they do really well. So I think their ambiance is excellent, like the lighting in the rooms, lighting in the casinos, and just how they stylized everything. So I'm going to give the design and ambience a solid 8.5. Let's talk amenities. This hotel seemingly has it all. They got a pool, they got multiple pools, they got gyms, they got a spa, they got restaurants. Obviously they have gambling if that's what you're here for. Let's talk about the pools for a moment. So while I was here, the pools are not open. I think there's one pool that opens at 11 a.m., which will be past when I check out, so did not get to enjoy that pool. But I think if you come here in the spring or summertime, those pools are definitely amazing. I did not go to the spa either, nor did I work out in the gym, but the gym is beautiful and the spa looks nice and relaxing as well. So for amenities, I'm gonna give it a solid 10. Let's talk about the room. I did get upgraded to a suite, I think because of my diamond status with Hilton, which is great. An absolutely beautiful room. Got a view of the Sphere, partial view of the Strip, so well done on that point. Beautiful bathroom, had a shower and a tub, which I really like. Only thing is, it seems like even though this is probably remodeled or refreshed 5 or 6 years ago, carpeting was a little frayed. Few nicks and dings here and there, but other than that, great room. I know this is not a 5-star hotel, but for a suite as nice as this, I wish they would have had some robes. I was honestly surprised they did not have any robes in the room, and for that reason and just the carpeting that could use some help, gonna give it an 8.5. Gonna give the bed comfort a 9. Inherently, there was nothing wrong with the bed. I would have loved to have seen it just a hair firmer, but altogether, very nice bed, nice bedding, nice sheets, nice pillows. So well done on the bed. 9 out of 10. Talk about the bathroom. I'm going to give the bathroom a 9.5 out of 10. Things I liked about it is it had a bathroom, had a shower, toilet was separated from the rest of the room, dual vanities. You could control the lighting in multiple ways. So really well done on the bathroom, and very cushy and soft towels and hand towels and washcloths. Cleanliness, gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. I did the dust test. There was some dust on top of the TV, some dust on top of the paintings. There was some little, white floof on the carpetings that looked like they could have got that. But all together for a suite this size, not so bad. So gonna give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. Let's talk about the service. Everybody here has been so nice. From the moment I checked in till everybody I ran into, just walking around, to the security staff, to who I encountered at breakfast. Everybody's been really nice, more than helpful. It's not a 5-star resort, but everybody's just been so friendly. So gonna give the service a solid 9 out of 10. Dining. Wow, they got a lot of dining options here, which is really cool. So they sort of have you, because of the location, as I said, you're a mile off strip, you're really not that close to anything else, but they have a lot of different food options here, which I totally respect. They have a pizza place, which is literally open 24/7. They have high-end like Nobu, so if you want some fine sushi, you can get that as well. Then they have a Chinese place, a Mexican place, they have a burger joint. So just a lot of great options, as well as in-room dining. So got to give the dining a solid 10 out of 10, and the prices weren't that crazy. Of course, I did not order room service, but I believe there's probably a decent room service charge and a service charge on top of that. So I imagine room service could get pricey really quick. Let's talk about breakfast options. So I went for the buffet in the kitchen, which is advertised at $21.99. When they rang it out, it was already at like $27.99. And I said, is there a service charge included on here? And they said, yes, there was, but it wasn't sort of line item noted. So for the buffet, you're in for about $30. Would I have expected a little more from a $30 buffet? Yes. I did get a great, wonderful cook-to-order egg white omelet, which I love, but that was sort of the highlight of the meal. Everything after that was just sort of average. It was juice, just out of a Minute Maid juice dispenser. Wasn't fresh. Coffee was out of big vats. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So, reconsider your breakfast options. And I did have a $15 credit for that, being a Diamond member, so that's probably the only reason I did the buffet. If not, they have a place called the Library, they have a Dunkin' Donuts, they have another, I think it's called the Raw Juice Bar, where you can sort of get more of a latte or a cappuccino and a muffin or something like that. So good breakfast options within the hotel. So I'm going to give breakfast an 8 out of 10. One of the things I want to mention about this hotel is it is a really dog-friendly hotel. That original room I booked was a dog canyon, or it was called a canyon suite that was dog-friendly. I was going to take my dog. That did not end up working out, but I was like, how cool was that? And even as I was checking in yesterday, finding my room, I could hear a dog barking or a dog little whimpering behind the room, and it was so cute. And I was like, oh, this is great that they're very pet-friendly. And as I was walking around, I saw some pets, and emotional support animals are free and service animals are free as well. And I believe if you have another dog and you just want to pay for it, it's $60 for the night. When I had originally booked that room in that dog-friendly suite, I don't even think they were charging that $60. So they seem sort of flexible on the rates here. Call before you come, but very pet-friendly hotel. Very impressed. Tell me what you think. Have you brought your dog here? Would you bring your dog here? So if I did my math correctly, and it's always possible I didn't, this hotel would rank 8.9 out of 10 across all categories. So well done to Virgin. So Virgin is in a partnership with Hilton. They call it an affiliate partnership. So people who have status can come stay here and get their Hilton points as well, which is really nice and I totally appreciate. So let's talk about the hustle. How did I get this room? I actually got an email. I think it was either Black Friday or Cyber Tuesday or something like that. And it said, hey, you can reserve a room for a suite for $104 with no resort fees, which I believe are $45. I'm like, doesn't sound like a bad deal. I could do a night in Vegas for that price. So, went through the process, and you do have to pay in advance, which was fine. So booked it. So $104 for the room, no resort fee. That was for a Canyon suite, and when I got here, they had upgraded me to a Ruby suite, and I guess Ruby is the tower you want to be in because that's where they have like a dedicated check-in. So this is sort of the high roller wing. I am not a high roller, but maybe because of the diamond status, I got to be in this suite. So I would say I got the hustle on this one. Tell me what you think. Have you stayed here? Would you stay here? Drop it in the comments below. Want to hear your thoughts? Keep on hustling. Good morning, Vegas. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Who's getting hustled on this deal? Am I hustling them, or am I hustling them, or are they hustling me on this room rate? I did upgrade it. Am I hustling them, or are they hustling me on this room rate? I did a